sucks.
Didn't want to say it, but it's true, man.
Who said that?
Here's the thing, guys. I've been struggling so much because he did all he could for us, and now that like he's not the greatest for another team, I personally just want to turn a blind eye to it.
I just want to, first off, I want to thank God because I was one of them people. I said, bro, the Texans ain't never going to be shit. We ain't never going to get it right. We done let this man go. We done tried to sabotage him on the way out the door. And now I'm looking like, well, damn, bro.
Darnell,
I don't think it's coincidental that they waited until you had a bad game to release that shit because that shit was coming regardless. It's just too many cases after another, even though they're civil and they're not criminal. So he's not facing any criminal allegations. These are literal money grabs. But man, bro, the fact that his lineman didn't allow him to help him up and slapped his hand away. I don't know if y'all saw that clip.
I saw that again. I'm
Bro,
trying to want to feed into it. I'm just like,
and something else too. I think somebody found DeShaun Watson's burner account. He refers to himself on the burner account as Foe because he does call himself Foe a lot in his captions and shit like that. So, and he was kind of putting the onus on the offense as a whole, and then the play calling, and then the illegal shifts and the false starts.
if
and I'm like, yeah, bro.
If a burner account is found from DeShaun Watson, he's screwed for sure. Benito.
But you know how some people saying they found Buddy Hill burner account, right? And I think Buddy Hill actually came out and was like, yeah, finally landed. And he actually was so stupid that he was just tweeting too much obvious stuff that let it know he was obvious. But yeah, the fact that DeShaun Watson was literally just quite literally defending himself against every blog post, every post in general. I'm like, and then referring to DeShaun Watson as Foe. I'm just like, yeah, bro, you could have made this one a little more obviously, a little less obvious. You could have been grammatically correct. You know what I'm saying? Even had a fake picture of somebody else up there. Like, anyway, man. But yeah, DeShaun Watson, man, to fell off a cliff. The worst trade in NFL history for the Browns, but probably the best trade for us because we end up getting Tank Dell, Will Anderson, all these draft picks, all these.
Yo,
and I know
DeShaun Watson sacrificed for us, man. So I appreciate that. I appreciate he sacrificed.
I appreciate it too.
He went to the place
his
where
career
died,
so we may live.
Yo, I seen this tweet and it was crazy. It was like, yo, imagine being a Browns fan looking at Baker Mayfield have success in Tampa Bay.
The place where quarterbacks die. There's no successful quarterbacks in Cleveland, and there probably never ever will be. Cleveland fans hate me if you want to.
They need to do a exorcist, and they need to just anoint every corner of that building. They need to pray. They need to clean house because, bro, I just knew for a fact. I'm like, bro, Cleveland finally finna be relevant. They got D-Dub Foe over there. They finna go crazy.
Who's suffering? Omari.
Who?
Amari Cooper. Bro, route runner university, like he's gravely suffering over there, bro.
He looking at, bro, this nigga is garbage now. And bro, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope he come back around and have, you know what I'm saying, like a good enough season to where he don't beat us when it count, but you still do good. Like, man, I hope you beat everybody not named the Texans, brother. But man, dog, it don't even look like we can get that out you.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna ask Black Peace, like, why don't you have any hope for DeShaun Watson being able to turn around his play and feel like you might as well stick a fork in him?
Plays for the Cleveland Browns. Nobody wanted him or were willing to go out their way except for the freaking Cleveland Browns. Like I told you guys a couple of years ago, what successful quarterback other than an asterisk next to Joe Couch Flacco has been successful for the Cleveland Browns? It's just like, I'm sorry, it's
No,
not a
you
good
wanna know what
organization
else
for
is
quarterbacks.
Not
They
gonna
just
lie to
not
you, Baker
there.
Mayfield actually won a playoff game in Cleveland, so I'm gonna show him his
And look what
respect.
they and the thing about it is anything they get that's good, they just
Yeah,
don't
they
know how
get.
to manage it at
Yeah, I get.
all.
Yeah,
It's bad. It's not just, oh, they
I'm
just
happy
no,
for
it's
Baker though. I'm
bad.
happy Baker get to throw to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and look like something. Because if Daniel Jones deserved 160, well, God, by all means, Baker deserved the 140 that he got, whatever it was.
And the thing about it is Cleveland for over the years has always had a good like offensive core, just never a good quarterback. Ever.
Yeah,
Like when they
man.
do, it's just like they fumble the bag every time. Baker
It
Mayfield, they
pained
let him
it
go and they didn't
pained
treat him right.
it pained me to talk about DeShaun like this. I don't like this. You think I hold on? I'm looking in the camera. You think I like this? You think I want to do this? I'm trying to I'm trying to help lead and run a good impartial episode on this podcast, and we got to talk about how sorry Deshaun Watson has been. I don't like that. I don't like that I'm doing that.
You see what angle I took. And it's him, but it's
Yeah, man, the
the
nigga said
Browns.
shit crazy. I can't even believe my eyes. I can't. I want to say maybe it's the shoulder surgery. Maybe we give him a year. Because typically the quarterbacks that come off of that, I'm just saying, he did have shoulder surgery. And he did passes that you would just see him, even from last year, it's like you would see him complete those. He sailed them high. So I would love to believe, bro, it's got to be surgery induced. But it's just so he's running up against the timeline of, all right, bro, you've been back for a couple years now. So we can only wait. Even if you are a great player, we can only wait so long until we got to make a move.
Bro, he was successful as a young man in an offense that he didn't even agree with and improvised. You're now in an offense that caters to where you play. You have weapons and you can't figure it out. That's what bothers me about the whole scenario. Is like,
Well,
bro, you did way better when you was
the
in
Browns'
hell.
run game was non-existent. So they weren't able to run the ball yesterday. And I think that Dallas defense is going to be much improved under Mike Zimmerman. Because that Dallas defense was definitely susceptible to get ran on last year. This year, obviously, they don't have Nick Chubb these first 4 weeks when he's coming back off of the horrific knee injury suffered last year. But you saw that Kevin Stefanski, he runs a play action based offense, bro. And if you can't run the ball, it makes it hard, bro. Nobody's biting on a play action. You can't protect it. It seems like they had trouble protecting, but it's like, man, you can't run the ball. You can't protect anybody back there. It's gonna kind of look a little less than. But even for DeShaun, it's like, bro, we view you as a superhero. We expect you to overcome certain, inevitabilities, with your team being inept in certain areas right now as it stands, because that run game was non-existent this past Sunday. I'll give him that. But man, not completing a pass outside of 5 yards. Yeah, bro, go look that stat up. Did not complete a pass over 5 yards. I think it's ran like the first half, the first 3 quarters. Very, very concerning.
And this is the guy who outshined everybody in a team that didn't win much, but was considered one of the best quarterbacks. So that's what
Yeah,
I'm
man.
saying.
I
Like, how does
remember
that
that. I
like
remember that
compute now that you
20.
have a whole team? Well, no running, but still though, like you have more of a support system towards you financially and supposedly
When was the
the
last time
team
Deshaun
weapons.
played for us? 2021
Yeah. Oh, 20,
or
yeah,
2019?
was on like when he got traded or when he was on the city.
2021.
He played the last season, 2021.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. And I think that season he was like the highest rated Pro Football Focus passer, had the best passer rating in the league. Like, just had an outstanding season with us. And
Yeah, it was like
Without Hopkins.
it was like one of the most historical seasons for a quarterback that year.
Yeah.
without
And
Hopkins.
without Hopkins, he did that with Brandon Cooks and a bunch of
Who?
nobodies.
Bunch of who?
And now
That's
look,
you're supposed to be at this point more mature. You're supposed to know defenses better. You're supposed to be, you know, you're supposed to things supposed to come second
but
nature
you
at
out
this
there
point.
posting on Instagram with you foreigned up and you on these trips. I'm like, bro, it's bad if you don't. It's shit cool if you win, but if you don't win, bro, they gonna kill you. And that
And
girl that you think loved you so much, coincidentally, after you got the first contract, because when we signed him to that contract, the first one, back then when the QB market wasn't what it was, we gave him an extension for like 140, which was a lot at the time, or 160, which is a lot of money at the time. And then you parlay that into this contract of 230, because she came around after the second contract. Let's be clear.
That's my man. I'ma stick beside him.
Right. So of course you done got all these rape allegations and sexual misconduct allegations, and she just smiling through it all, just enduring it with you, brother.
Yeah, DeShaun Watson last season with us was 2020.
mhm.
He debuted for the Browns 2022.
Brother,
No, you're right.
brother, don't
Um,
let that, don't let what you letting happen, because man, it'll happen. If you get what I'm saying, then you get what I'm saying.